So we spoke to a family member at this house where this all happened earlier today. They told us off camera, that they're asking for privacy during this difficult time as they try to navigate what's happened to their family.
And Your Honor, I'm invoking his Fifth and Sixth Amendment rights at this time.
32-year-old Sylvester Takeem Jordan appearing in bond court after police say he shot the stepfather of his child's mother last Thursday, Yasmani Rodriguez Fernandez. According to arrest documents, Jordan used to live at the home with the family, but they asked him to leave last week after repeated issues. The report says he left his dog behind when he moved out, and Fernandez's wife called him and asked him to come get it, which caused an argument over the phone. He showed up at the house here in the 3300 block of Northwest 177th Terrace. There was allegedly another argument with Fernandez this time that led to the deadly shooting. Police say they responded to a shot spotter alert shortly after 7 p.m. and found Fernandez lying on the front porch with multiple gunshot wounds. He was airlifted to the hospital where he died. Jordan was still in the front yard holding a gun when Miami Gardens police arrived and arrested him.
Sir, you're being charged with second-degree murder. Also, display of a weapon while committing a crime.
According to the report, Jordan allegedly counted down from 5 to 1, demanding Fernandez's keys as he held a gun at his head after he was already on the ground shot. Detectives say they got surveillance video from neighbors' homes that caught the shooting on camera. Fernandez's wife, stepdaughter, and her 8-month-old baby that she had with Jordan were all inside the home when it happened.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to this video. This is Justin Paul. I'm going to do, just give my reaction here to this news here out of Miami Gardens. Deadly shooting. The guy killed the stepfather of the mother of his child. From what they're saying, it was a whole lot of family tension. This guy had stayed in that residence with them for quite some time, and that kind of soured, and he left a dog, which they called him to come get his dog. There was an argument then when he got there was another argument which led to this situation here. I mean, it's just a lot you can say about this. You don't really know the dynamics of their family relationship or what these arguments were about. You really don't know. But one thing I do know is I want to say first my condolences to the family who has to deal with this, especially around this time of the year when families should be coming together. And also, my heart goes out to the 8, which I think it said 8-month old. No, just a baby. Who I mean, I'm not sure how good of a stepdad that guy was, how good of a father he was. I'm sure, if he's still in the home, and he had to be somewhat of a good father. If he's sticking his neck out there to, protect his stepdaughter or to try to speak up for her, that does say a lot without really knowing who he is. But the child has to also deal with the fact that she may not have a father in her life at all, and it's just another sad story that people do things and not really understand how the consequences that it can have on the people who they brought into this world. So a lot of people can look at this situation and say, "Don't be a step crash dummy," but this is just really a sad, situation. And then it sounds like he said he was counting down from 5 to 1, asking for the guy's keys to the guy's car. So I don't know if he was trying to steal his car. I'm not sure what his intentions were, but they didn't landed him into an orange jumpsuit. I know that for sure. And my thing is, man, you gotta love life and you gotta love your freedom a lot more than trying to prove a point to someone by being aggressive and shooting and killing them. Um, and again, you have to think about the life that you brought into this world, and the type of environment and how you want them to be raised and brought up. Um, Do you want to be there for your children, or do you not want to be there for your children? Is these actions that you did, these actions that you done, or they're accusing you of doing, are they more important than being there and trying to raise your daughter or your son? Are they more important than that? you know. And at the end of the day, again, what did you get out of this other than an orange jumpsuit and now being told when to get up, when to go to sleep, when you can have time out of your cell, when you can go get items from the commissary store? Now you're in a position where you're being told what to do all day, every day, and there's no freedom in that. There's no peace in that, and it seems like, man, at a certain point, people really wake up and start to see that maybe I can take a different route in trying to resolve this conflict. One thing I know I wouldn't do is go and try to stay up under, the mother of my child and her parents or her folks. That's an option that's just not even on the table. I would really look at myself as less than a man if I actually had to go and do something like that. And men got to understand, you got to put yourselves into a position out here to win no matter what. And it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. It'll never be easy. But you don't want to put yourself into a position where you're going to be in somebody's jail and being property of whatever county or whatever state that you reside in. Um, Very, very tragic, especially around Christmas and trying to bring into the new year. Now this family has to get prepared to bury this guy, and they also have to deal with whatever's going to come of what happens to the individual who they're accusing of shooting them. And again, there's cameras everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. It's not too much crime that you're gonna be able to do these days. It's not on cameras. I could see back in like, like on in back in the day, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, whatever. It's a different time now. Everyone has cameras everywhere. Either they're trying to protect themselves, they're trying to make sure that if something does happen, they have it on camera. Um, but at the end of the day, there's cameras everywhere. ATMs, street lights, businesses, residents, ring cameras, car cameras, you name it. It's cameras everywhere. So, you know, maybe one day these guys who want to live a life of crime will understand that and know that it's only going to be so long that you can run from your crimes before or commit crimes before you actually get caught up. But maybe some people are just not in a position where they have anywhere to go, and they just feel like if I commit a crime, I'll at least have somewhere to go and I'll have somewhere to stay, have some food to eat or something like that. But it's no good that can come out of this type of stuff. But we'll see if there's any more updates on this. Again, this is an incident that happened in Miami Gardens, and you know we'll just see. We'll just see if there's any updates. If you like my content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Again, I do appreciate everyone who has subscribed thus far. Almost at 200 subscribers, and I do appreciate it. I really didn't even think I would get 100 subscribers. So to see me, reaching 200, I've only been on YouTube for just a little bit over 30 days, not even a full 60, and again, man, I'm so appreciative of everyone who's taking the time to subscribe. I want to build a community over here for us, and that's really one of my goals with doing this content. Again, I do appreciate everyone who's taking the time to subscribe and comment on my videos. This is Justin Paul. Peace.